Hey
Hi.
Marie, how are you?
Hi, Jocelyn. How are you?
I'm doing great. Isn't this
It's,
technology awesome?
it is great. I wish we had this stuff when we were growing up, huh?
Yeah, no kidding. My son is like the technology guru of our family, so he set me all up here and got me started. Anyway, all right, to introduce myself, I'm Jocelyn Zichterman, and I'm interviewing Marie Coppla. She is a survivor of abuse, and she was a part, and she's an ex-member of the Independent Female Baptist cult that I was born and raised into. And I wanted to go ahead and get her story on video to put up on YouTube, just to give people a glimpse into these individuals' lives and what's happened, as a result of the abuse. But I'm just going to go ahead and jump right in, if you don't mind, with
Nope.
the questions. What kind of abuse did you experience? Did you experience
Uh,
physical and sexual abuse, or
yes, it was both
it was both
physical
physical?
and sexual.
Okay. And how old were you when the abuse started?
Around 11 or 12, according to my best recollection.
Okay, 11 and 12
Some of
years
that,
old.
some of that stuff, a lot of my childhood, Jocelyn, is fuzzy,
Uh huh.
and that's one of the things as the survivors that we deal with is like lapsed memory.
Yep.
Portions of your life that you totally obliterate or block out
Yes, I
because
totally understand. And were you born and raised in the Independent Female Baptist cult, or how did you get into that?
I was not born and raised. My parents do not really have any religious affiliation. How I got involved with that is that I had met a friend in school who went to church on a regular basis, and she invited me to come to the church. And as time went on, I basically got into that thing.
Mm-hmm.
With the joining the choir, youth group, so forth and so on. And they were that church. A lot of their congregation had children that went to Dublin Christian Academy.
Okay, I
Actually,
see. Yes, which is an
and,
IFB Christian school connected to the church there, I take it. And where's
right,
that?
because some of the congregation members had children that went to that school.
Sure. So how old were you when you actually became a part of Dublin?
I was thinking about maybe 15, 16,
15, 16
around.
years old. Very interesting. And did you ever get to the point where you were enduring the physical and sexual abuse there in your home? Who were you abused by? Were you abused by a family member or somebody in the
Male,
church?
male family members.
Male family members. Okay. And did you ever get to the point where you finally got the courage to tell an adult at any time during that abuse? Did you?
I did confide in a female teacher. Her and I I had done well in several of her classes, and I felt I could trust her,
Mm-hmm.
to take care of me and do the right thing.
Was this at
But
Dublin?
yes,
This was at Dublin. Okay.
and actually, I can see the scene right now as I'm talking to you. Basically, we were in my dorm room. I was sitting on my bunk. She was sitting across from me, and I basically, just came out and said it.
And this is the first
Really,
time that you'd ever told anybody about the abuse?
yes, yes,
And what
yes.
was her response to you? Or did she go to the authorities with you? Did she report the abuse? Did she take you to the administration to, move to protect you?
No,
No, nothing. Um,
no.
do you remember what was said during that conversation? Or was it just like you told her the abuse? Or how did it all happen? Maybe you can kind of give me a glimpse of that.
Basically, I really didn't understand really what incest was about
Mm-hmm.
until about 1989, 1990, when Roseanne disclosed hers. But I told her, I guess something like, I went quote all the way with
Mm-hmm.
with my brother.
Mm-hmm.
So, and she seemed to have genuine sympathy or empathy. She tried to comfort me, but I was kind of like, stop right there.
Right.
Because it was kind of like at that point, I just really didn't want to be anybody touching me.
Right. You had that wall up that a lot of victims
Yes.
have.
Yep.
But then again, did she take you to the administration? Did she report to the police? Did she call Child Protective Services for you? Anything?
No, because basically what their mission statement was is that we're not here to solve family problems. We're not here to, get involved in family situations. We're here for an education.
Right.
Basically, we don't help you solve all your problems. Is basically, and that to me translates as that they were very passive.
Mm-hmm. And so then you left Dublin. Where did you go? Did you go to an IFB college, or did
I
you?
did.
You
For
did.
the first year and a half, I attended Pensacola Christian.
Okay, Pensacola Christian College down in Florida. Did you tell anybody there at the college about your abuse?
No, because I figured, nobody did anything about it over there. What makes you think I was going to tell anybody there?
Right, exactly.
So I was going to get the same song and dance, pretty much.
So when was it in your life when you finally got to the point where you realized what had happened to you in the IFB, and how did you get out of the IFB? Like, what was your journey like in coming to the conclusion that that was a false, like how, how did that evolve?
Basically, I got out pretty much when my father told me that we couldn't, afford to send me back. I was